You know I ain't used to doing this live stuff, so
God dog,
sorry if I missed you at the first time,
God
man. You know what I
dog,
mean? You got
I
you got
was
to
waiting
pardon
about
my
2 minutes,
ways a
like bring
little
me
bit.
in. Pause. Yeah.
you got you got to pardon my ways a little bit while I get used to this live thing, man. You know what I mean?
It's all good, man. We're about to cook, man. You been good though?
Man, I've been good, fam. How you been?
Man, we making it happen, man, through this storm and all that, man. Hey, so check it out. Cause I know in Dallas, bro, I think y'all get the weather a little bit harder than what we get, fam. How was it
Yo, I
out there?
so you're right. I posted like on my stories yesterday. It was snowing like crazy.
Mm.
Elijah, what up, man? Mr. Bootyologist.
Oh,
Yo,
whoa,
that's
that was crazy. That's
yo,
crazy.
that's a crazy day. What up, Playboy? What up, Playboy?
Yeah, what's up,
What's
fam?
good?
Yeah,
What's good with you,
yeah.
fam? Uh, they, that's like a name. That's like a name niggas took from the early 2000s and stuck with that shit. You could tell.
Yes. Hey, man, it's a different time. You got to change that, my guy. It's all love, though.
Hey, I ain't
I
mad
just can't
at
call
that
you that.
man. Shit, that man studies where he studies.
Hey, salute.
uh, uh, but nah. So it was like snowing, man, like Jack Frost snowing.
Mm.
Uh, and you know Dallas gets much more colder than Houston, obviously, because we're further up north. Uh, what my boys say, definitely, but y'all will never forget it. Watch it.
Respect.
uh, uh, but so yeah, it definitely got colder here, man. So and it's cold now. Like it's supposed to drop like 12 degrees tonight.
Mm.
So you know, being in Dallas now, I still haven't got used to the coldness, bro. It's like this is the time I wish I still lived in Houston when it gets this cold for real. How y'all was looking?
Now, we was straight, fam. It didn't even get crazy, man. I was, a lot of, since these storms happened, Houston's not prepared for all this. Our grid's not prepared. So some people's lights went out, but a brother in Rosenberg, so it was just cold, bro.
Right.
And when I went to my car, it was a little frozen ice on there, but no power outages and all that. So my question to you is, in Dallas with all that snow, do y'all be getting power outages?
Um, I'm pretty sure some people get power outages. Where we're at now, like I don't think like we'll get any type of power outages because we're not that far from a hospital, so we're on that hospital grid. So there's like a hospital like 10 minutes from us, a Methodist. So I doubt that affects us. But we're not proof from stuff like any faucets breaking or pipelines breaking or anything of that nature. Stuff like that can still happen. So I have to get the house like prepped for that. But as far as like power outages, we didn't catch one last year, and thank God it seems like we won't catch one this year. But you never know what can happen, man. But this weather around this time still kind of makes me nervous from what happened back in 2020. It was that 2021
Man.
where shit just went crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was crazy.
Miss
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 Mika underscore
Nika,
34. What's up
what
with
up,
you?
man?
Okay. So Mogul, over the weekend.
Poppin'.
Over the weekend.
Right,
Book of Clarence came out. I haven't had an opportunity to
bro.
see it. Did you see it?
We saw it.
Man, you know
Amazing
what?
fucking
You
movie,
know what? Before you go into it, I thought about seeing it and texting you to see it so we
fam.
could talk about it.
Fam, amazing fucking movie. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. That movie's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. T Standard, what up, Playboy? Um, it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads, yo. But when I say that movie is relatable to what goes on in the culture to this day, to what goes on into society overall. Dre, what up, boy? Dre on.
Dre, what's up, fam?
Um, but the Book of Clarence like touches on everything, bro. It touch like it's deep. Like I want to see it twice because there's so
Oh
many
wow.
jewels in there that I probably missed. But it's super dope, bro. Super dope, man. I would suggest go see it. Because
Absolutely.
definitely I'll tell you this, it ain't performed as well as it should have based off the budget that was spent.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know, it was like 40 million to do the movie, and the movie brought in like 10% of that. So, you know what I mean? We obviously not getting out there enough to go see it, but I would definitely recommend everybody go see that shit. That shit is going to tug at your heart.
Let me ask you a question. Is it on the level of like Get Out and Us?
Lewis, what up, Playboy? Dre, what's good, brother?
Is it that type of movie? Like it's on the level of like Get Out or something like that?
No, it's not on the level of Get Out because so here's where the correlation of the movie, that I don't want to give it away, but the movie obviously touches on biblical times and the history of Jesus, if you want to put it like that. But at the same time, where it flips it to how it relates to Black culture to today and during those biblical times. So, because in the movie, there's a Black Jesus instead of a white one, right? But it touches on basically what would you gain? Like, you know, the saying that says, what is for a man to gain the world but loses his soul? It touches on aspects of that. It touches on being careful of false prophets, people who you look up to and worship. It kind of touches on the everyday struggle as a Black man trying to make his way. So you're going to do anything, whether it's sell dope, whether it's hustle, whether you're going to commit crimes. You're going to do anything to try to come up because you're tired of struggling. How it's depicted now for us, you know what I mean?
I like that.
So it touches on, and because there's like a scene in the movie where it's like the main dude, Lakeith Stansfield, like he sits down with his mom, and a rat runs by. You know, and this is biblical times wherever they live, right, or they cut. A rat runs by, and he was like, he saw the rat, and he was like, you know, Mom, one day I'm going to get you a big house, right? So you relate that to biblical times still to this day when you growing up. And you growing up, whether you in a single parent household, your mom got it hard. Every dude's aspiration and goals is to say, yo, I want to get my mom a crib when I get older, when I make it, cop a whip, stuff like that. So it relates so much. It talks about, it relates to relationships, how some niggas go all the way out to do anything to get a woman, that you can't trust a woman once you get her. Like it's deep, bro. It's really, really, really deep. It touches on your faith. What are your beliefs? What do you believe in? Or do you have to go through life changes in order to start getting faith, getting belief? Like, right? Does your life have to be on the line before you start really acknowledging God and acknowledging your faith, or whatever your faith may be? But I would say go see it, bro. It's a dope movie.
Man, I love that, man. Before I respond to you, Mogul, I am Varnalisa. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. What's up with you? Dipped in Butter 59. What's up with you?
Oh, that's the
Moscato. Yeah, absolutely. Moscato _ Poppy 24. What's up with you? Carolyn Mahaya. What's up with you?
Miha. I think that's Miha.
Miha. Okay.
Miha. I'm not. Carolyn, if we saying your name right, let us know. Is it Carolyn Miha?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of, Mogul, you mentioned false prophets. Speaking of, there was a soundtrack that came out that was related to this album, and there was a 10-minute song with your boy Hove on there. You see what I did? No. But shout out to Jay, greatest rapper alive, all that.
The greatest rapper ever, not alive, ever. The GOAT.
Okay, yeah.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm rolling with that. Speaking of, I'm glad you said that.
And I see you still got your hat on this week too.
Absolutely, bro. I'm killing it. This hat, I'm live with this hat, bro. This is the new thing. Mogul, 2017. I invited you, a couple of our other friends, and ladies to my house with my family. I had some new content I previewed for y'all. I turned the lights out, had candles going, created a vibe. And within that vibe, I went ahead and let you know that, hey, man, I got to give in. Pause. Jay-Z is the greatest rapper alive. Because just 444 it came out. I was sitting with that album. I just had to respect it. But this past week,
Greatest rapper alive or ever? You know, I got to catch you.
ever,
Okay,
ever,
fair
greatest
enough.
rapper ever, ever.
Make sure we get it right.
But this past weekend, there was hype that a 10-minute song of Jay-Z or D'Angelo featuring Jay-Z was coming out. And hey man, we all know how Jay do, man. Hey, God did. The joint he did with Meek Mill. Now, today, when Jay puts out a verse, you got to grab your notepad and you got to be ready to catch something.
Right.
Fam, I'm not going to lie, bro. I listened to this verse. The words were pretty much good. The delivery was trash. I hate when Jay-Z gets in that poetry, just spoken word type bag. And the song was just redundant. And I hold you responsible for that, Mike. What do you have to say about that?
How you gonna hold me responsible for a song I didn't make? I'm not a music artist.
No, sir. No, sir. That is your guy. Every time Kanye does something crazy, I get a text from you. So I'm holding you responsible for what Jay-Z put out.
We're gonna compare Kanye being on his nutcase versus a song.
Either way, you hold me responsible.
So I think the expectations of the song was wrong from the beginning. Because when I heard it was 9 minutes and it said D'Angelo first verse featuring Jay-Z, first of all, I was like, damn, that's kind of an awkward feature. What, like, now they're doing a feature after so long? Like, where is D'Angelo? Like, I thought the nigga was somewhere sitting on a Mediterranean tree or some shit. Like, I didn't know D'Angelo was even still making music. So I thought that was kind of strange when I saw the feature, right? So I was like, all right, this song is 9 minutes long. I knew in my mind automatically Jay's not rapping for 9 minutes, right? Jay may have a 16-minute bar, a 16 bar for the song, but he ain't rapping for no 9 minutes straight. So when I heard the song, I was just like, this definitely could have been 2 or 3 minutes. This wasn't no 9-minute song. So I'll be honest with you, my critique of the song is very honest. I was like, this shit could have been like a 3-4 minute song. Because to your point, it is redundant. Like D'Angelo's part of the song. I mean, first of all, I don't like R&B music where you can't hear the R&B lyrics. Like the song sound like a goddamn, I don't know, what's the shit that T-Pain used to use to fuck up his voice?
Auto-tune?
Yeah, the whole song sound like that as far as D'Angelo's part, right? So I'm like, I couldn't really understand. I understood the hook, but I can't really hear his lyrics. And for guys like us, you know, we are guys who appreciate lyrics. But for Jay's part was definitely like poetic. It wasn't a verse. It wasn't a bar song. But I don't think the song was set up for Jay-Z to lay bars on it, if that makes sense, the way it sounded from the beginning.
Mike, how did you feel about Jay-Z's verse?
As I was saying, I don't even think Jay had a verse.
All right, Mike, let's get to it. Has Jay-Z ever done anything wrong in your eyes?
What do you mean? Has he done anything wrong?
Mike, that was a direct question.
From a music standpoint or a personal standpoint?
I mean, no. Music.
Jay had some songs to me that I thought was pretty mediocre as a Jay-Z fan.
Okay, I need to hear one.
So for example, I'll give you a good one like that. 30's a New 20. To me, that was a mediocre song.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Hollywood was a mediocre song.
Okay.
There's some songs on Volume 1 that I thought was pretty mediocre.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay-Z, I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem like every song Jay-Z has ever put out was 100% banger.
Okay, because I was ready to hug you.
Yeah,
I was ready to hug you.
You know, every rapper has put out songs that's mediocre to me.
Absolutely.
There's not one rapper that ever released a song where every single song in their whole catalog was just fire.
Has Jay ever put out a mediocre album?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So you're high.
No.
So you're high on Kingdom Come.
Because you gotta understand, if Kingdom Come is compared to other Jay's album, but if you compare Kingdom Come to these other rappers' album, that album will kill other dudes' album. Jay say Kingdom Come overall was mid.
Oh.
Hey man. And that's fair. That's fair criticism because we're comparing it and Dre is a big Jay-Z fan like me, so I got to take that in consideration. But we're comparing Kingdom Come to what Jay-Z albums are. But let's compare Kingdom Come to any other rapper's album.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Smashes
I'll roll
it.
with that. I'll roll with that. And I mean Jay-Z is he's the greatest rapper of all time for now. I think Kendrick.
Now, who's gonna pass him?
I think if Kendrick remains consistent, he gonna catch him. And I think
because if you would have said Drake, I would have been like,
no,
this.
That was my next point. That was my next point. Hear me out. I don't think Drake is better than Jay, but with the consistent run that Drake has had, there are others who would argue that Drake is better. I'd rather hear Jay.
Do you think?
I'd rather hear Jay.
Do you think? Who's this? Jerry Nicole. What up, Rock? Do you think Drizzy is starting to get very watered down?
Absolutely. The last 2 or 3 Drake albums
trash.
I haven't even really listened to
because they was trash.
Well,
and I'm glad,
so check this out.
You said that them joints was trash. My big homie said, "What up, Sid?"
Okay. What's up, Sid?
That's my guy.
So check it out.
That's my guy. That's my guy. But I go back and forth with him all day about who's the GOAT out of him and Bron. They be blowing up we be blowing up each other's group chat. It'd be like 5 against 1, but that's the big homie.
okay. I like that. So check it out, Mogul. Today, Dre says it's just easier to put out music now. That too. Oh man.
It's very but see, I have a homeboy who's a huge Drake fan, and him and I look at shit.
There you go.
Hey, not on my live. Don't come on my live with that bullshit, Sam. I have a homeboy. Look at Dre. Roach it. I have a homeboy who thinks Drake is the GOAT. And I was like, bro, when you're the type of artist that we put you in a level on that same field where we're talking about Jay, X, Nas, except for the exception of Nas, because Nas has been fire lately. I'm
gonna make a point. Go ahead, but I'm gonna make a point.
Right, but I was like, when you put out music, your music is always going to be examined harder than any other artist because we have a certain expectations of you.
Absolutely.
I told him, I say the level of music he's been putting out lately has not been on that type of expectations. You've been making music for 17, 18, 19-year-olds, which is fair, but the category that we're trying to put you in or we're trying to place him in, he hasn't been living up to the expectations of the last couple of albums because I think he's been putting out for the masses, but not based off of what the level of expectations certain people hold him to a standard for. And that's why I think he's been falling off.
I have Jay. In my mind, J. Cole has surpassed Drake as far as something I'm trying to listen to. Porsche_Empire, what's up with you? Mogul. So check this out, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Music today, I don't listen to a lot of music for a couple of reasons. Number one, when I often have my kids with me, and I'm not going to allow them to listen to what I'm listening to. Two, right. Mogul, I now listen to more podcasts than anything. So, right. so for me to listen to your music, number one, I'm already set in my ways now. You have to be certain artists. Right. Mogul, there are artists that I grew up with that I'm not even listening to. Now, I don't have the time for them. Now I'm only listening to, if Jay-Z puts out an album, I'm listening. If Nas puts out something, J. Cole, Kendrick, of course, Ye, Pusha T, and one reason I've gotten away from music is the content, bro. Like the drug stuff, I'm not trying to hear it, but here's where I'm a hypocrite. The way Pusha T delivers it, I gotta listen. And then not only that, he doesn't do long albums. His albums don't be no more than about 45 minutes, so I have to, like, I could listen and run it back. And then just the wordplay, like even with, for me, Kendrick's best song, bro, is a song that's not even on his album.
I say Drake stays relevant because he adapts to different trends. Jay was able to stay relevant because he adapted but didn't necessarily jock the style of the current artist. Who wrote that?
That's Dre. Dre said that.
Dre.
Okay,
That's true,
That's a
Drake.
good point.
That's
So
that's a good point,
so
Drake.
so check it out, Mogul. Pusha T's greatest song to me is a song that didn't even make an album. For me, it's Drug Dealers Anonymous, and just the way his flow with that hat trick under my mattress. Did I quit? Still has an asterisk after it. Like that, bro. You can't. That delivery
Right,
and just the wordplay in that. It's like, fam, I gotta listen to anything you ever put out,
right.
fam.
And speaking of Pusha, I'm waiting for that Gangsta Grills album to drop, bro.
He just takes forever to put out music,
He
bro.
was supposed to
Like, don't.
drop two more albums last year. That mixtape and another album, because that mixtape is like an album. He was supposed to drop 2 last year, so it's supposedly still coming out this year. I don't know, but I'm just waiting. But
And
see, I
that,
like that though. This goes back to what I'm saying. Pusha doesn't have to release a lot of music because his core audience and expectations. We know when he drops, he's not going to disappoint us.
I'm with you, but don't announce it though. Don't have me waiting like, oh man, oh it's coming out this month, and
Right.
then it don't drop. That's the issue I have with my guy Ye, bro. So now when
Well,
Ye
well,
says
your
I'm
guy
dropping,
Ye is just trash overall. His music is just trash now overall. So
you 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 a wild boy. I don't know why
I'm
you would even
lying.
say that. I
Am
don't
I
even know.
lying?
I don't know why you would say that.
Coco Shay, what up, man? Yo, that nigga
I don't know why you would say
Ye's
that.
that nigga music is trash overall, fam. No disrespect to his mom, R.I.P. But them two Donda albums was garbage.
Well, down the two don't count because that never released.
Well, he
But
released it on that whatever that thing. I didn't buy that shit,
it
but I heard songs from it.
that don't count. It never released. Them songs were not even finished. I have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah,
Who is the biggest artist to come from Rockefeller?
it's Ye.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm saying wait, the music he's doing lately has been trash. And maybe he's going through this whole mental thing. My guy Mike. What up, Mike? That's my guy Mike, that the MGB4395. That's one the other guy in my group chat who be trying to him and Seb be tag teaming me with who to go. What up,
What's
Mike?
up? What you found?
But yeah, I'm just saying his music lately has been absolutely. Oh, and one good thing about my boy Mike too. My boy Mike is a black lawyer here in Dallas, so we always got to salute the guys that's doing something very, very good like that. So shout out to my guy Mike.
That's major.
Yeah, very major. But the music lately he's been doing is terrible, fam. I mean, I won't. I don't know what happened to that man, bro. But the music he's been doing lately is terrible. He looked like he just came from a third ward slum. Like this man was walking around with no socks, no shoes, no socks on his feet. Like,
Hey, man.
I don't know what's going on with your boy Ye, bro. And I don't want to laugh, but every time I see Kanye, man, Kanye looked like one of them niggas we used to see off of Fondren and Belfort at the Red Library.
Hey, man. He looked like him. He looked like him. But that boy getting to the paper. Them sock shoes sold out on the Yeezy website.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Whatever Ye do is going to sell. But Dre say he's on a spiritual journey. Yeah, right.
Man, my guy's on a spiritual journey, bro.
They go on that Coquiana trip.
That boy tripping. Nurse _prima donna. What's up with you?
Yeah.
Mogul. Speaking of Ye, speaking of Rockefeller, you hit me with a topic involving my guy Dame Dash, bro.
Hater.
I need you to introduce that topic, bro.
Yeah, so I looked up. So just like you, I watch a lot of podcasters, and one person podcast I kind of keep up with is the guy Fat Joe. His podcast is always kind of interesting.
He has a
what he talks about.
Podcast, bro.
Well, he has a show, like an Instagram show that he puts on his YouTube. It's kind of like his podcast.
Got you.
But and he's been doing it for a few months. It's actually pretty dope. But obviously seeing this clip with Dame talking about Fat Joe, saying how pretty much Fat Joe spoke on Dame, calling Dame delusional, and saying like, yo, stop talking about Jay because it you know, if you claim you made Jay-Z, make another one. And obviously Dame responded to that saying like, yo, you can't talk to me, I'm a boss. Like Dame's whole rhetoric rhetoric is, and basically calling Fat Joe saying like, I don't need to make another J because I made $100 million business, this and this. But let me explain my obviously.
Hold on, Mogul. Before you do, Soul of Music 69. What's up with you? Go ahead,
and
Mogul.
Nurse Prima Donna, what up, man? Yo, here's my thing. I have a fond respect for Dame. I can't never knock Dame. Helped build one of the greatest, my favorite record label of all time, which is Rockefeller, right?
Mm-hmm.
He played an instrumental part in that, no doubt. I give Dame credit to a lot of things Dame was saying 10, 20 years ago. People are in the culture is really starting to talk about more now when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to, making your own boss moves, starting your own companies, a lot of that. But here's my thing, bro. This is why I say Dame is in his feelings and Dame got to get over this shit. Rockefeller broke up damn near 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Over 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you hear Dame talk about Jay, the nigga salty, bro. When you running and sweat starts to dry up on your face, that shit gets so salty.
Mm-hmm.
That boy more saltier than that, fam.
Okay.
My whole thing is this. Why every time you talk about Jay, you gotta talk about him in a negative light? Where it comes across as if honestly you're hating, right? And every time I hear Jay-Z say something about you, Jay-Z never talks down on you. He always gives you your respect. Whatever y'all do in court, business-wise, legal-wise, that's different, right? But I'm saying when he speaks about you in front of the public, as a man, he understood, he always recognized what y'all built together and always show you love. But every time you get a chance, you shit on him. And it's like, why, fam? Like, dang, get over that shit. If you hurt, you hurt. But you can't lie and say you made Jay-Z because you never made Hov. Just remember years ago when he said, oh, such and such, it was me, you, and Saint. And the man had the nerve to say he recorded Rockefeller, he dropped his first album, A Reasonable Doubt. Like, that shit was fucking wild to me. I'm like, stop it, dog.
Yeah. Jerry says, would Jay-Z be who he is now if he didn't part ways with Dame? Oh, that's a good question.
He wouldn't. Jay-Z would not be at the level because I think Dame would have kept him down.
Trina Brantley, what's up with you? Mogul, I have a different view on that than you.
Of course you do.
Number one, I love Dame's response to Fat Joe. Mogul, I think oftentimes people speak on things that they really don't have information on. And, shout out to Fat Joe. I don't want no issues. Fat Joe was pretty much saying, hey, if you made Jay, make another one. And I love Dame's response. Dame was like, fam, not only did I help make Jay, I helped make Kanye. I helped make Cam. When Dame responds, he's like, hey, man, from my school comes billionaires. Can't nobody else say that. You got to think about it. Dame put Kevin Hart in his first movie. Dame partnered with Jay. Jay became the greatest rapper ever.
Keyword partner. Absolutely. So you ain't make nobody. Yeah. That's my thing.
Mogul, make that's a crazy word to use, bro. You're not gonna make anybody, but you can help enhance somebody's talent. Not only that.
Stop saying you made somebody. When you say you made somebody, it's totally different than partner with.
Not only that. Now, Kanye, Dame believed in Kanye. Kanye becomes bigger than life. Anywho.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get off. Go ahead. Pause.
Oh, did I say something wrong?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything you're saying is wrong.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, Dame is saying, fam, I did that already. For a lack of better terms, I'm gonna just use the word made. Make another Jay. I made Kanye. I did that in rap. I don't want to do rap anymore. I'm making $100 million businesses. Then Dame also pointed out that our business models are different. Fat Joe's in the beard dye. And he's into making beard dye to make himself look younger. And he's like, fam, we like 40 plus. Why are we doing that? Which also made me look at myself in the mirror because on last week's episode,
You gonna keep the salt and pepper now?
Mogul, on last week's show, I said, fam, I may dye my beard black. And now that I heard my boy Dame say, nah, fam, we grown. Like, why are we doing beard dye?
Boy,
Now I gotta re-examine. Now I gotta re-examine what I'm doing. But on a serious note, Mogul, I liked his response. He was like, fam, just say you don't understand my business model. I'm over here fighting independently. I'm over here going against some of the executives that y'all befriend who are stealing from you. You don't get what I'm doing. So you keep playing that little small game that you doing over there, and I'm gonna keep fighting this major battle. Like he didn't diss Fat Joe. He low-key sunned him, Mogul. And I love it, bro. And to answer,
no,
go ahead, Mogul.
His response definitely sunned him, but just because your response sunned somebody don't mean it was right.
Okay. Now,
go ahead.
can I say this, Mogul? To answer your part about where you said he keeps talking about Jay and he feels salty, absolutely, Mogul. Because from Dame's perspective, all that stuff that Jay was planning was like behind his back. I often hear Dame say that when he went into that meeting screaming on everybody, like, man, why y'all got my artists in here? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know about the meeting.
Artists. Come on, bro.
I mean, okay, wrong choice of words, but from Dame's perspective, Jay-Z set up that meeting, bro. Mogul, that's crazy. So if there's anybody who can be salty at Jay-Z, it's Dame, bro. And I get it. And watch this, Mogul. He doesn't, when he's interviewed, these people ask him about Jay. He don't really just be bringing up Jay. That's why he always says, hey, man, when y'all have Jay here, why don't y'all ask that man about it? Why y'all asking me about it? Dame started out not wanting to even talk about Jay, fam. But he's always asked questions about Jay. So, of course, Jay's not going to speak crazy about him.
But he still asks questions about Jay. Why shit on him? When they ask Jay-Z questions about Dame, like a real boss, he doesn't shit on him. I've never heard Jay-Z say anything negative about Dame. Have you? When he talks about Dame?
No, and Jay rarely does interviews.
But even when he does, he acknowledged that man when he got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which he didn't have to, right? He acknowledged that man on all interviews when they be like, what do you think about Dame's struggles? He's like, man, Dame's a hustler. He'll get it back. We built good things together, right? He always speaks highly of him. See, you can tell who the real boss is when somebody asks you a question about somebody, even though y'all might have differences. But if you built a legacy and something great, you can always tell who the real boss is by the way that person responds versus the person who responds as if they're still in their feelings. Jay don't respond about Dame and his feelings. Dame still has feelings about this shit that happened 20 years ago over this breakup. Bro, let me ask you this. When they broke up 20 years ago, did they all walk away with the even amount of money?
Yes.
So why did one person become a billionaire, one person went broke and struggling to pay child support?
Whoa, Mike. We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Public facts. The man talks about it himself.
We don't know that. We don't.
Talks about his struggles to pay his child support himself.
Now, watch this too, Mogul. Okay, I'll roll with you, but watch this too. When Dame walked away from Rock, when everybody got their split and walked away, Jay-Z became like the CEO of Rockefeller. That looks nuts, bro. That looks nuts, and I'm holding you accountable for that, bro.
We talked about this. So, okay, so first of all, we all know the real breakup because of what happened with Rockefeller is because your boy Dame tried to go behind Jay back and sign Cam as vice president of Rockefeller without acknowledging your two partners, which was Biggs and Jay. Was that wrong?
The way you're explaining, no.
I just asked a question. See, Rob, let me ask you this: you and me are business partners, right? And let's bring in Dre for example. Me and you are business partners, but because I grew up more with Dre than you did, let's say for example, I go behind your back and I sign Dre as a vice president of our company without letting you know, and then the way you find out, Dre goes on an interview and say, "Yo, I just became the vice president of such and such records."
That would be a problem,
but that's
bro.
What happened?
Bro, I heard Dame talk about this. He said that Jay usually didn't handle the day to day. So anytime he would talk to Jay about business, Jay would be like, whatever. He said that he wanted to bring Cam in. He was trying to reach out to Jay. Jay was on vacation or something. And he went and gave that position to Cam just for like for public perception. It wasn't even a real perception. I mean, excuse me,
Public
it wasn't even a real
perception.
position. Yeah, yeah.
Cam
He
went
said it
on the
wasn't a real.
radio himself, and Cam got cocky on the radio himself, and Cam was like, man, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to let y'all know right now. I just became the vice president of Rockefeller
And Dame
Records. Cam ain't going to go on a record label and say something that it ain't true. That ain't
and
Cam.
Dame didn't know that Cam did that,
But,
bro.
but it
Dame
doesn't
said
matter.
that Cam wasn't even supposed to do
But
that.
see, right here, here's my thing. What you're not acknowledging is the simple fact is that why would this man go on there and say this if it really wasn't true? Dame knew what he was doing. I think Dame didn't allow Jay-Z to grow as a businessman. He wanted to do business his way. Dame was holding Jay back, honestly. I agree.
Absolutely.
And let me say this. So all right, so let's say both of them had parts in the split of Rockefeller.
Absolutely.
Let's just call it a spade and say both of them 50-50 had their own issues and they both played a part with the split. My whole thing is this. Why did one man take the equal amount of money that they broke and split away, walked away with, became a billionaire, took it to the next level, while one man at the end of the day is struggling? I ain't gonna get into his pockets, but it's stuff he talked about, struggling to pay child support.
Okay.
How is that possible if you're building $100 million companies? That same $100 million company, your ex-wife is suing you because a lot of the bread you fucked up.
I don't think. Okay, so here's why I think they should have split up. I think they do different. I think they do business a different way. Dame has had issues with a lot of these executives and how they do business, so he no longer wanted to do business with them. Whereas Jay-Z is more cool and can kind of maneuver with these people and continue to do business with them. Now, in the way that Dame does business, there's more independence and freedom in that. In the way Jay may do business with him is not. But Jay gets the bigger reward. You could become a billionaire quicker. Whereas Dame, it may take him a longer time to get to that billion.
Let me ask you this question, C-Rock. And I'm gonna let me give you a scenario, right? Let's say you're friends with 10 people, right? And those 10 people, you fall off with each and every one of them, right? Each and every one of them, right? Is it the 10 people's fault that you fall off, or are you looking at yourself?
I'm the common denominator, but let me take you a step further, because
hold on, stay with me. So here's my thing. When you make that point, why is Dame always the common denominator that people end up having issues with? You eventually got to look at yourself, bro. And then in business, sometimes you have to do business with people you don't fucking like. That's the part about doing business.
True. Dame's delivery sucks. We know that. If Dame was here, if Dame was here, he would scream on me, man. Dame, I love you. I don't want it. I'm your biggest fan, Dame. His delivery sucks. But at the same time, Mogul, what if these 10 people do business the same way, and this business that they do is the way they practice it is in an evil manner? Bro, you're not gonna want to be a part of that. That, not to go back, but that's the whole thing Cat Williams was saying, bro. Everybody's playing a game. I don't want to play this game, bro. This game is evil. I want to do things a different way where I can still have integrity.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Do things your way. All I'm trying to say is, like, at the end of the day, bro, stop bringing the perception out that you made Jay-Z. You did not make Jay-Z. Jay-Z was that dude before he signed, before y'all partnered and created Rockefeller Records. There's not one dude in the streets before, when you hear stories of Hov, that people say Hov wasn't already that nigga. Plain and simple. He was already that guy. Stop saying you made him. Y'all was all 50-50 partners. You, Biggs, and Jay. All of y'all put up equal amount of bread to start rock. He was never your artist. You never recorded one album. Jay-Z was never signed to you as an artist. So stop that. That's what Fat Joe was saying. Like, get out the delusional state that you made Jay-Z. You didn't make that man. Because if you did make that man, I get it. Then make another one.
Okay.
Why is it that every artist you ever worked with in the music industry, come on, bro. Like, I was reading a story with Currency. Who has issues with Currency? I never had nobody falling off. He fell off with Currency. You fall off with everybody that you work with. And that's a problem.
Okay.
You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, it may be me. And I think that's why Dame likes operating only around women. Because at the end of the day, you can't continue to tell grown men or talk to grown men any type of way without one of these grown men eventually going to have a problem with you. You can handle women like that maybe, but not no grown ass men, especially in business. They're not going to be able to keep taking that shit from you, fam. And that's my only gripe with Dame. Dame is amazing, like you said. I'm not knocking Dame in their ways. That's my only thing. Like, yo, come on, man. At this point, just stop it, bro. It's 20 years later. You ain't got to continue to try to shit on this man because I'm going to be honest with you. Jay ain't worrying about you.
Okay. Okay.
Jay ain't worrying about you.
Okay.
And that's a fact.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, man. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Dame. Even though I take the side of Dame and my guy Mogul takes the side of Jay, I really would like to see them figure some things out. And I think it's beautiful to see them in pictures together. And I wish they would have a conversation and kind of figure some things out.
I think Dame needs to drop his ego and get back cool with Jay. I think if Dame drops his ego and get back cool with Jay, I think it's too late at this point. I think you done shitted on this man too much. But there might have been an opportunity if you would have dropped your ego, got back cool with Jay. And a lot of that beef is over that reasonable doubt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how Dame tried to sell his majority ownership and reasonable doubt for an NFT without notifying your business partner. That goes back to what I'm saying. You talk about Jay, that's sneaky shit. You can't sell something that all you guys own without giving these guys a heads up.
Okay. I can respect that. Mookie _Jones 365. What's up with you?
Yeah, but to your point, I think we're both. I wish they would get back cool because I think if they got back cool to this day, they'll kill it, bro. They'll kill it.
You brought up Dame working with women. Speaking of women, Eric Spoelstra. He recently Eric Spoelstra. For those of y'all who may not know, he's the Miami Heat coach. He was coaching when LeBron won them championships. He's still coaching now. Eric Spoelstra, 7 years ago, married a Miami Heat cheerleader. And now,
is that who his ex-wife is?
Yes. Mogul. She was a Miami Heat cheerleader.
I didn't know she used to be a Miami Heat cheerleader.
Now they're getting a divorce.
Right.
Once the divorce was finalized, he signed an 8-year, $120 million deal to coach with the Miami Heat as an extension.
What the hell is Eric Spoelstra doing frolicking with the cheerleaders?
Hey, man, he met a woman he fell in love with, bro. But
that boy out of line for that shit, bro.
Nah.
If my coach fucked around and married a cheerleader, he better not ever say nothing about me as a player smasher.
Okay. Okay, I get you.
But he better not ever say nothing to me. But go ahead.
Where are you on the Heat waiting till his divorce was finalized to pay him $120 million over 8 years, bro?
I think that's a move by the Godfather, Pat Riley, man. I think that was a strategic move by the Godfather. Pat Riley was like, yo, hold on, fam. You get a divorce? Oh, we ain't gonna sign this ink on this paper. What's up, Jamaica? Nurse Harris. That's my homie Jamaica from back in the day. What up, baby? She from New Orleans.
Okay.
Pat Riley was like, yo, hold on, my G. We ain't gonna let you sign this ink yet. We ain't gonna let this ink dry until you divorce this little. Yeah, I don't want to call her a little. I was gonna say like a little. I don't want to call this wife a little thought.
Mogul, you sound crazy. Mogul, they have 3 kids together, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, man. I don't see, Rob. You can have me get on this live, and people gonna really see like my real personality.
You sound crazy.
But fam, come on, dog. You married a cheerleader as the coach?
That's what. Hey, either way, he fell in love with her.
I'm not disrespecting the kids at all, but I'm just saying, you a head coach of the Miami Heat. What are you doing marrying cheerleaders?
Mogul, they have three kids together. Whatever they did, they have.
This has nothing to do with the children, so I want to make sure I'm right. I ain't disrespecting the children. All I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, all right, come on, C-Rod, let's just keep it funky, yo. Let's just keep it absolute. If you a head coach of the Miami Heat, you don't win championships, your mentor is Pat Riley, I don't mind you knocking down the cheerleaders, but you gonna marry the cheerleader?
Mogul, I tell you what, man, I've never been at that level, so I don't know. But I would imagine that when you're multi-millionaire and you a man, it's hard finding someone who really loves you for you, bro.
You gonna find love from the cheerleader? How many players gonna knock down this cheerleader? That's what I would be questioning.
Hey, man, either way.
See, the real nigga side of me is like, yo, did Chris Bosh hit this? Did my nigga you done? How many of my players hit this before I marry you?
Okay,
you ain't
let me ask you this.
Be honest, you ain't asking those questions, yo.
I'm focused on the part that he has 3 kids,
man.
Bro. So I'm
before
past
the kids
that.
Came into the picture, you wouldn't have asked those questions.
Absolutely.
So that's all I'm saying.
But
like,
now
you shocked me when you was like he married the cheerleader.
I have a question for you. Is it right that he waited till the divorce was final to sign that new deal?
Absolutely. That was a strategic move by the Godfather, Pat Riley himself. I'm telling you.
Mogul, he has 3
knew
kids
that man
with
was going through a divorce and was like, yo, we're not gonna let you sign this until that divorce is final. That way she can't touch that bread.
Mogul, at that point, it's not about her touching the bread. Bro, she has my kids, bro.
Yeah, but what does that mean? That doesn't mean he's not going to financially still take care of his family. What that means is that he's financially so secure in the bag that he earned.
Okay.
Without having to give half of it up in a divorce.
Okay. Here's my question to you, Mogul. When a man...
That's
okay.
Destiny joint. What up, man?
Okay. Here's my question to you, Mogul. When a man marries a woman, he has kids with that woman, and they divorce for whatever reason, should he pay child support? And not only that, maybe how much child support should he pay? Let me give you real numbers. Let's say that man makes $1 million a year, and he divorced, and him and his woman divorce. How much should that woman get of that money if she still has the kids?
I mean, that's a hard answer, because honestly, it depends on how many children they have, right? Mm-hmm. What is the cost of living for the children themselves to have an affordable life and a great life, right? Mm-hmm. So that would be kind of hard. So overall, should the man pay child support? Yes. Maybe even if they don't have to get the court involved and they have a great relationship, they can mutually decide on, hey, what would be best financially for all of them to be taken care of. So I'm more so on that side without having to get the courts involved. But yes, absolutely, he should be able to financially, in some way, somehow, take care of his children after the divorce. All I'm stating is this: it was smart on his end to wait to sign that contract agreement after his divorce, because they probably already negotiated what was going to be the terms upon their agreement of whatever the child support and everything is. Shorty didn't have to know what was coming down the pipeline with that contract. So that contract was probably already in the works and the talks. But because strategically he knew he was getting divorced, if he would have signed that contract, then got a divorce, bro, she would have got half. And you trying to tell me she needs 60 million or half or whatever this bread is for her and those 3 kids to have a great life?
It's not about if you need it, but here's my thing, bro. If you have my children, I don't care if we married or not. If you got my children, I'm going to give you more than half, bro. But I'm going to hold you accountable.
Bro, you sound crazy.
No.
So let me ask you this. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get off. Pause.
Kids,
Go ahead.
kids cost a lot, and then you want your children to be in a happy, loving environment. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You want to make sure that woman is happy, so that your kids can be happy, and so that she doesn't make your life miserable, bro. That may cost, bro.
Okay.
Sometimes you might gotta pay more than what you want to
Okay.
pay, bro.
So at the end of the day, we're talking about two different spectrums. We're talking about a coach like Eric Spoelstra, who's a multi-millionaire, a Hall of Fame NBA coach, right? So I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% sure. Of course, I don't know the details of what the agreement's on, but I'm pretty sure whatever the agreements in that divorce is, his children is going to be taken care of. I'm pretty sure his wife ain't going to have to work.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure they're going to have the best school, the best education. I'm pretty sure she got the house. Their wife is... His children and his ex-wife is taken care of. But you're trying to tell me that regardless of them being taken care of more than the average normal person who's living in America, she still needs half of that bread to have a great life?
I don't think she needs half, but I would say give her more than what she's asking for. Or excuse me. Let me take that back. Give her more than what's fair to keep everything on the up and up, to keep everything peaceful.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't think that that's what she got in a divorce? So put it like this: you think that his wife is going to struggle now since this divorce?
But to keep,
do you think her and the children are going to live better than a normal average person making 50, 60,000 or whatever, 40,000 a year?
Absolutely.
You think she's going to walk away a millionaire?
Absolutely.
You think those kids are going to walk away millionaires?
Absolutely.
So what are we talking about then? So what more do you need
to keep her happy? And to keep her,
I don't give a damn if she's happy or not no more. You're no longer my wife. My kids is all I care about.
See, Mogul, you're no. Mogul,
Nah, you gonna have me on here wild,
Mogul, how can you not care if that woman's happy and she has your children every day, bro? She'll make your children miserable, bro.
C-Rod, okay, then she don't need to have custody of my children. If you're not gonna be happy that I gave you more than enough, I'm making sure that you're taken care of. I'm making sure my children, if you're not going to be happy with that, if you want to make my kids miserable, now is it more about what you're getting, or you kind of feel some way that we're divorced? Because the
question.
Divorce takes two, fam.
Absolutely.
So
can I ask you a question about that?
So at the end of the day, I don't give a damn about your happiness no more. That doesn't mean I don't care about you. I don't care about your happiness, meaning that it's not my responsibility to make you happy no more. You're no longer my wife. You're no longer my wife. Why do I have to care to make you happy? Only thing I'm responsible for is to make sure that you still live in a great life and that my children are taken care of. When my children get 18 and 19, is it still my responsibility to make sure that you're fucking happy?
Fam, you want to keep that thing, bro. You want to keep that thing as peaceful as possible so that you can do your job properly and know that your kids are in an environment to where they're being well taken care of and they're peaceful, bro. So, hey, man,
I'm pretty sure that was the agreement in the divorce. I'm pretty sure she negotiated what she wanted out of the divorce to make sure things are peaceful. After you and I agree on this divorce and those paperwork are signed, my responsibility to make you happy is no longer my concern.
Man, and I feel you might go with it. No.
So let's say she get another man. Is it still his responsibility to make her happy?
No, but as long as you got my kids and if my kids are in that house, I got to make sure everything's good. Now watch this, Mogul. I'm with you. Hey, man, give me custody of these kids. But watch this, Mogul. If I take custody of these kids and I'm a coach and I'm out of town and all this and woo, is that the best place for these kids to be?
Fam, but we're talking about two different things, right? The children, at the end of the day, I'm exempting them from her happiness. My children, why not?
Mogul, she's with them kids every day, bro. If she's miserable, them kids are gonna see that.
But okay, so give me reasons why she could be miserable.
Mogul, I don't know. I'm a man. Some women just spiteful. I don't know.
Okay, so we're talking about so you're talking about in the sense of her. See, Rob, if she wants to be spiteful, if she wants to be miserable, no matter. Eric Spoelstra could have gave her fucking $30 million cash.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? As a woman, if she want to be fucking spiteful, she will still be spiteful. The money ain't gonna help.
No,
That's
that's
just
true.
who she is as a
That's
person.
true.
So no
But
matter
as a
what
man,
that man does, she can still be spiteful. She can still be in her feelings because they got divorced. So that doesn't make that. That's why I said it's not my responsibility no longer to make you happy. My responsibility is to make sure that you're taken care of. You got a great lifestyle. Your lifestyle doesn't fall off. My children is the number one priority. That's the only people I care about making happy. I don't give a damn about your feelings to make you happy no more. You're no longer my wife. That's why we divorced. We
my
are
guy,
co-parenting at this point. Co-parenting. We're not in a relationship.
I hear you, man. But I'm gonna let you know right now, my brother, to keep your children at peace and to keep that woman from being spiteful towards you that's going to affect your children. Sometimes you might just gotta do a little bit extra to just keep the peace, man.
But see, that's what happens when you got to do stuff like that when you marry one of the cheerleaders as an NBA coach.
Hey man, I'm not gonna agree with you, nor will I disagree with you on that one. So I'm not mad at you, man. So I want to end that by saying, hey man, it's important. And again, we don't know Eric Spoelstra's situation or all that. Me
Right.
and my guy Mogul, we went into something else, but it's important to choose the right mate, because at the end of the day, especially if you have
Jamal
kids,
Cornell,
man,
what up, fam?
especially if you have kids, you want to be able, no matter how y'all relationship go, man, you want to be able to make sure that you're able to do everything it takes to bring those children up properly, to bring
Right.
them children up to be peaceful
I
and not be
I
bitter.
I agree with that, and that's what co-parenting as adults after you get a divorce is all about. It's about being adults here. But all I'm trying to say is that if I get a divorce from a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know me making you happy is no longer my responsibility. Me making sure that you wake up every day and you're happy and you're not in your feelings, that's no longer my responsibility. My responsibility is strictly now to say, hey, how do we be the best co-parenting adults here? Keyword is adults, to make sure that our children are good. If you and your feelings and you spiteful, that's just who you are. I can't do
Okay.
shit about that.
Okay, I like that. So I'll reword it. I want to make sure that I'm being fair with you, and not only that, um, I'll do the best I can to be more than fair with you, to at least let you know that on my end, hey man, I'm trying to keep everything on the up and up, and I'm not trying to cause no issues with you.
Right.
Yeah. But hey man, another great conversation with my guy Mogul,
Right.
man. We cooked on this one, man. You got anything to say before you get up out of here, man?
Nah, man. Yo, I just want to say thanks everybody for joining. Um, my guy C-Rod, this is my brother for over 20
Absolutely.
years. So we normally have these conversations, me personally with one another. So we just want to kind of bring it to the table to you guys. But everybody, thank you for joining for sure.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for joining, man. We really appreciate this, man. Support us, man. And hey, man.